There you go, we're going.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Barely Legal podcast. If you're listening to this, then either we forced you to, or this is not the Barely Legal you are looking for. I'm Sam, today's host, and I'm joined with...
Cause it's the highway to hell. It's Alfred.
Insert music reference. I'm Adam.
I'm Noel. I'm probably going to have an existential crisis in the duration of this episode.
Yeah, let's get right into it.
So, how are you all? You all doing fine?
I had a lovely lunch. It was ciabatta with grilled ham and cheese in it. Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, you just are a fucking Tory, aren't you?
What the hell is wrong? No, a ciabatta is just warmed up bread, for God's sake.
That's just a Tory meal.
Ah, I see. What do you eat then? Dead rabbit that you found on the side of the road after being hit by a car?
I had processed meat and a bagel.
I had processed meat in it. Do you know what ham is, man? Okay, I don't want to get angry now. I want to calm myself down.
I meant like, chicken bites, chickens, satays and all that. Basically mush. I just had mush. Baby food, basically.
All right. Today we're going to be talking about death, a wonderful thing. Yes, I know. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, how do you think you will die, and how do you think the rest of us will die?
Oh, God.
just jumping right in.
Okay,
there, yeah.
right. I'll go first, and I will say I know how Alfie's going to die.
Oh.
Alfie is going to be with a child, and he's going to be in the process of, like, he's about to reach for the child to do unsavory things to said child.
What the hell?
Until... Well, it's Alfie. Anyway, and during that process, the police will kick down the door because previously they raided his house to get his hard drive and will shoot him dead.
What, did they find his homework folder?
No, yeah, sure, it's for the homework. Alfie, how do you think of my...
Wait. So you're saying I've got a little kiddie in my room? Yeah. I'm about to do a little bit of kiddie, touchy, a bit of sucky fucky, and then the police just come through. I'm like, okay, fine, I surrender, and they just blah 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly.
What I love about me is that I've got a lot. I'm a bit of, a wild card. I could either die from a drug overdose, or paedophile, or prison, or something. So I feel like I'm the most wild card one out of us lot.
Yeah, like I'll probably just die of heart disease at age 80 or something like that.
No, I say you're gonna have money when you're older. So I say 92. It's gonna be a heart attack or a stroke.
Okay, right.
I think that's what'll finish you off.
I respect that.
I feel like I'll probably die from eating too much or something. Like I'll get diabetes or something. That kind of thing,
No.
I imagine Sam might get kidney failure. like he's got a sugar addiction now. Like if you're with Sam, he just annihilates sweets, and then that sugar addiction is going to turn into an alcohol addiction.
You guys know,
gets worse from here.
You know wood chippers? He's going to get his hair stuck into one of a wood chipper, and it's going to be like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a scene where it happens, but just like one of those films where his hair gets stuck and it's slowly pulling him back.
Oh God.
He doesn't have those luscious locks anymore, though.
What?
No,
Oh, of course not. Well, when you grow them out, it'll be
Yeah.
that'll be the case.
Now that you said wood chipper with Noel, like there's this scene in a film called something and Dale versus Evil or something, and a teenager accidentally jumps head first into a wood chipper. That's how I feel. Noel is gonna have the stupidest death out of us.
No, what do you think? You've probably thought about this.
I really haven't, actually. It is probably going to be something incredibly avoidable, though. Like, I didn't look both ways when crossing the road, or like Samuel, like diabetes or heart failure, because I'm just obese.
You're just fat. Breaking the exercise machine.
You're implying that you won't be like Alfie and die because you're a paedophile and are getting shot by the police.
I hope not. I don't plan on doing anything like that.
Whereas me, I've got a massive plan on becoming a paedophile.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was the only reason you're going down the education route.
Don't let your employer hear this in like.
Yeah, like I
Wait,
become a headmaster. I become a headmaster. I'm in control.
Our lawyer would like to clarify. I'm joking.
Yes, these are obviously jokes. I would not become a paedophile. Rapist, maybe. Paedophile, no.
But if he does, I will submit this as evidence.
Oh man, you
court trial.
motherfucking snitch. You autistic and piece of ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I'm gonna like cut it so it seems like you're saying, well, just get rid of all the bits where you're saying it's a joke, because you literally did just say I will probably be a rapist, which is pretty self-incriminating.
I mean, it's obviously a joke. Obviously,
yeah.
That's I'm sarcastic now. You know, obviously. Yes, of course.
I'll probably get killed by like people on Twitter going on a crusade against everyone who says something mildly offensive.
Oh, you think you're gonna get cancelled?
Oh no, I'm gonna get I'll get cancelled for being white.
I can see that. Noel gets cancelled and commits suicide.
Oh God.
Literally, the whole of Twitter turns against me for no reason. Then all my friends and family slowly start leaving me. You know, they're like, "No, we can't. I don't know you anymore. You're
I can't believe
we're going down a path I can't follow."
We birthed a white child. How dare we?
He's straight as well. Oh my God, I've never been so disappointed in my life.
So yes, so
your white heterosexual parents disown you because you're white and straight.
Is it just me who's having random cutouts?
No. I mean, yeah.
No.
Okay. That's fine. That's probably just my internet then. Okay. Are we moving on to the next thing?
Well, actually, wait. Did we all say how we thought the others would die? I mean,
I'm really not that creative.
I think realistically, we're probably gonna have boring deaths.
Yes, we will.
Oh God, 100%.
Adam will get politically assassinated for, I don't know.
That's pretty exciting. That's not boring.
For people still thinking he's a Tory.
But who do you think will die first out of us four?
You.
You're me?
He is crippling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we were to die younger, let's say like pre-30s or 40s or something, I'm like most likely to die first. But I feel like over the age of 40, I feel like after then I'm going to be the longest one to live.
Really?
I don't know. When I was younger, I always thought to myself like, yes, no, you're going to be the last person from like your generation who is alive. And you'll be like, haha, I outlived you all. Haha,
my friends are dead. I'm depressed.
Everyone I know and love is perished.
That always goes on to that like immortality debate. So, would you be immortal, or would you age slow, or whatever?
Maybe for a while. Would you take that?
Maybe for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool for a while, you know, and get to see how the human race develops and expands. But then eventually, like, man, I've really been alive for too long. I kind of want it to end now. Existence is pain. Everything's really boring because I've seen everything.
Yeah, there's no thrill. Like doing, like, say, daring stuff and all that. The fun part of it is that something could happen to you. I know that sounds a bit.
I don't think. Well, not necessarily. I think it's the adrenaline it gives you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like skydiving. I don't think people skydive because they think they could die because of it. I think people do skydiving.
There's a chance there is, and that's the bit of the thrill.
Although I feel like your subconscious would still like primitive instincts, and so you would still get the adrenaline rush, even if you knew that you weren't going to die.
Because you'd still feel pain, presumably. You just wouldn't die, which means that that leads to a very awkward situation where you're like, both your legs are broken or whatever because you're in this middle of this valley that you fell down of, and you won't die.
That would actually be horrible.
So I mean, I've a would you rather. So would you rather live to, let's say, 85 or 90 and just have a, boring, bit of a boring life. It's dull. It's not happy. It's not sad. It's just dull. It's completely dull. Or would you rather live until you're, how old are we now? We're 16 now. So let's say 20, but it's the best time of your life. So that's 4 years and it's the best time of ever.
So 4 years of excitement, basically. What do you mean by the best things ever?
Like,
does this mean you have unlimited money, basically?
Yeah, let's say,
you win the lottery.
Billionaire Bobby Misner, gives you some money. He's like, here you go.
Okay. Yeah, that's an idea.
That's a tricky one.
But the hardest thing is that for the first year or two, you'll be like, mate, this is amazing. But when you're getting close to 20, you're going to be fucking shitting yourself.
Here's midlife crisis at 10 years old.
Here's my idea, because you obviously want to be remembered. Legacy is all about it. So find something that couldn't be done. Do you guys remember the Fire Festival?
No.
Oh, I heard about that.
So basically, it was this idea of having this, big music event on this island, but ultimately it didn't work out because they didn't have enough money. Do you remember that iconic photo where they had their lunch, where it was a piece of salad and a cheese, a slab of processed cheese and two
it was like packaged sandwiches
of brown bread.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I would basically do that, but actually make it good and be remembered for being the person who did something new for festivals. Or using my money to start a terrorist organization and being remembered that way.
That's another option.
Be hated by everyone globally, apart from your one group.
That's the easiest way to become famous. Do something. Like a Ricky Gervais quote is, "If you want to be famous, kill a prostitute."
Yeah. Set off a dirty bomb in Birmingham.
If you donate, let's say, £1 billion, you'll be remembered for a bit, but give it 10 years' time, no one will give a shit. If you fucking murder loads of people, you're going to be remembered decades and centuries.
Yeah, it's got to be big, though. It's got to be something that's never been done before. Now we're just going to plan a terrorist organization. Who would I work with if I was a terrorist? Seems like Islamic jihadists would probably be the easiest ones.
I guess, yeah, but the countries they're in are quite hot. I don't really fancy getting a sunburn. Because just we're very white. All extremely
the IRA.
white.
We just start working with the IRA. Sure, close to home. All good.
I've got another question for you. Would you rather know when you're going to die or how you're going to die?
When rather than how.
Yes,
yeah.
when.
Yeah,
because if it's how, if it's like a car or whatever, then I'm never going to want to be going in a car again.
Yeah.
But let's say even if it is you can't avoid it. So if it's a car.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's still, because you're never going to know when it happens. So say it's a car and you can't avoid it. Whenever I'm crossing a road or whatever, instant fear. Or if it's, I know when it's going to happen. If I'm crossing a road and I realize, I'm 2 seconds away, I'll embrace it.
So if it said you're going to die tomorrow, you'll be like, hey, woohoo.
Well, yeah, because I was going to die tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, but you didn't know that, but now you do. You thought you were going to live until you're 80, 90, 100.
No, but here's the thing. If I didn't know that and it was going to happen tomorrow, but I knew how I was going to die, I don't think I'd be prepared for that. What if it was wood chipper or whatever? That'd be terrifying.
I think the best thing about something like this is that you could if you wouldn't be able to die before that predetermined date, then you would be doing things knowing that you weren't going to die.
Whoa.
So you could do whatever really, and
you could be invincible.
Yeah, pretty much.
You could be the guy who jumped off a building and didn't die.
Yeah, exactly.
Or got shot by a cannon.
You're gonna, if you did that, you're going to be in immense, torturous pain, probably for the rest of your life with those injuries.
But that's perfect, because there are so many things I've stopped myself doing because I'm scared of dying. Even if it's silly things, if I know that I'm going to die, say, 2 years from now, I'm going to do those things. I'm gonna rob a bank. I'm gonna.
What, and die in prison?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not die. No, but I get away with it. Hopefully.
I mean, you could escape prison and take all the bullets, you know.
Yeah. Sure.
But I think with when it's if it was like, oh yeah, you're going to die in 20, 30 years time, I have 20, 30 years to just accept it. At first, I'm going to be shitting myself. But then I feel like with when, you can accept it. With how,
Yeah.
you don't know when it is. And that's the fear of not knowing. Because you don't really know. But with when, you do know.
Precisely.
And it's plenty of time to make sure you do everything you wanted to do.
Yeah, like making a Minecraft Let's Play series on your YouTube channel.
Oh, we should do a barely legal Minecraft Let's Play.
Oh no, we should do it. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? Sure. That's
amazing.
what we're gonna branch off into.
That's how we get. That's how we get the views.
Or we have it where we make it in Minecraft and we just sit around a table in Minecraft. And we could do, because it's like those people who started doing Zoom calls in Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, these are the ideas.
Don't know about that.
No idea about that.
Basically, rather than doing Zoom calls, they just went onto Red Dead 2 online and just sat around a campfire and had their meeting there instead.
That's nice.
Yeah, the Minecraft server is going to start soon, guys. Watch out for it. Our Patreons can come on it as well.
All right, shall we move on to the next thing?
Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, they sound pretty bad now after everything that was already been said. But anyway, the next one is what do you think would be the dumbest way to die? This thing that you could do.
Slipping on a banana peel.
Falling into a wood chipper.
Choking on Skittle.
Personally, I think
you're right.
I think the stupidest thing that you could do to die would be stabbed in the neck with a wedding ring.
Of course. Sam,
Of course.
You always manage to bring it back to Wedding Ring Man now.
Yeah, I had that ready like before this, like a long time before. I had it ready.
Wow.
You know, you were asleep one night. You just woke up in a cold sweat, and you were like, "I know what I must say."
We have to make that. It has to be the objective now. We have to bring it back to Wedding Ring Man every episode.
No, because that's what we do. We have to like make a Wedding Ring Man Minecraft skin. Somebody has to make like
and
just
we can
any
make a fan fiction about him, like a whole proper book. Or
and release
and then we can make a film adaptation.
See, this is what our patrons will be paying for.
Yeah.
Who would we get to play as him?
Me.
I was thinking The Rock.
Oh my god!
Bit of a different Noel or Dwayne Johnson.
Yes, I love it. Oh god, because I watched Hobbs and Shaw. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was watching it, and it's awful. And I think I'd want it to be an awful action film. That's what Wedding Ring Man has to be. So I just imagine giant Dwayne The Rock Johnson, like with a tiny little wedding ring, just putting it into this really small guy's neck.
I'm thinking now, the Rock, yeah, it'd be cool, but I want Jason Statham.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. The Rock has to be the boyfriend because...
Yeah, The Rock is the boyfriend. Statham is Wedding Ring Man.
Anyway, this is definitely about death. Very relevant.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the dumbest way to die would be like you saying something like, oh, yeah, I can fucking survive this fall. Yeah, easy, and accidentally fall and die.
Yeah,
I think just
really
irony. Like, it could be anything ironic.
Yeah.
Or wait, I'm trying to remember the lyrics now.
You could save others from death.
No, you could set fire to your hair, poke a stick at a grizzly bear, eat medicine. That's out of. Do you guys know this song?
No.
Yes.
The Dumb Ways to Die, the song.
Oh, sorry, I only know the chorus.
Oh, I remember you singing that in primary school.
Yeah, you better.
I just ignored you, honestly.
You know what, Alfie? Shut up. I ignored you.
About train safety or something?
Yeah, it was about train safety.
Wow.
They made a sequel. I can't
Yeah.
remember what it was though. I presumably that was about trains as well.
Probably. Yes. Dumb. Dumb.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Oh, shut the
So-
fuck up! Stop saying that.
So, what are all of your thoughts on the afterlife?
All right, hang on. I could go on forever about this,
Okay, damn, calm down.
but just like, okay, it's scary because eternity, as we discussed, is not a nice thing. Like, what can you even do in the afterlife? But then also, I don't want to just die.
Wouldn't know.
I think it will.
The middle ground, which I find probably the most comforting, was I don't know, my classics teacher was telling us about some version of the Greek afterlife where they have these drinks which make you forget everything to help you cope with eternity.
I think the afterlife would probably feel a little something like sleeping. Like you don't know that you're like asleep, but you just are, and there's nothing. You know.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
Nothing. It's just darkness, peace, and
There's nothing
quiet.
wrong with that though, because ultimately you're not going to be conscious. You're going to die and
Yeah.
then that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Thing
left.
is- thing is, yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm scared of it. What if it's just darkness?" But you're not conscious to see darkness. Darkness. You need to be alive, but you're not alive.
You won't do anything. It will end, and then you won't feel it. There is nothing that can happen. You'll just stop. And I don't think that's scary at all for me.
yeah.
Because just stopping implies that nothing good nor bad will happen to me in the
It's just,
afterlife. And I
it's
want
just
to
something
cope with that.
neutral.
Yeah.
Mm.
But in a way that is
Relaxing
good.
in that way.
Well, it's not even
Think-
relaxing because nothing happens.
I mean,
So
like relaxing for us now, so like we don't have the fear of
Right.
going
yeah,
to
I get
hell
you.
or something.
Like the idea of heaven and hell, I think is a lot worse than there just being
Oh,
black. Because, like, okay, let's say I go to heaven. I've lived, a good life. Let's say I'm a religious person. I live a good life. I go to heaven. Heaven is meant to be this eternal happiness. You forever are happy. So, am I forced to be happy by God, or am I just naturally always happy? But then what if, let's say my son isn't religious and goes to hell? Am I still happy in heaven, even though my son is forever getting tortured?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that means something
However,
must be making me happy, making it not me.
depends what type of Christianity you are, because Mormons believe that there isn't a hell. Okay, so they believe there is a hell, but hell isn't like a fiery, dark place where you get tortured. It basically means that you're separate from God, so that when you die, it is basically you're just suspended in darkness. There's nothing else. Which I feel like,
oh.
and the rest of it is like different layers of heaven. But I don't know if that's more scary. Well, I would say personally that's not as scary as hell, because in if you go to hell, which let's be honest, the majority of people do go to hell. Like 99% would go to hell, and that's pain. That's getting you're having a door and having to kick it when you have a toothpick between your toenails. That's just going to happen over and over again, and I wouldn't want to have to be through that.
I think it's probably impossible to go to heaven anyway. Like, if you have to be perfect, could do that is if you like die at birth or something, because everybody like makes mistakes and stuff like that. So unless it's like a score system, like you have a certain amount of score and like you can lose points by doing bad things or something like that, then
I think in Christianity, at least some of them denominations believe in it, is this idea of purgatory. So I forget which one it is. I think it might be Protestant or something, but I can't remember. It's like, if, let's say you have sins, because Christianity they acknowledge that everyone commits sin. So as long as you haven't done anything terrible, you go to purgatory. which then allows you to repent your sins and allows you to be cleansed before you go to heaven.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, the idea of heaven and hell and how we get in is all still just subjective, because we don't know. Because the idea of God is we don't know anything about him. It's all just subjective. Like, because my idea to God would be, oh, God doesn't care about all these religious rules or anything. It's just, and which faith you follow. It's just if you're a good person, just a decent person. You haven't killed anyone. You're just a decent bloke or a decent lass. Go to heaven. Because the idea of having a being that decides, oh yes, you're going to be forever tortured. Why is he held in such high regard and gets to decide that?
Yeah, true.
And like, I think it's in Catholicism, like any amount of sin is equal. So if I steal a Freddo frog, that's equal to me committing the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Those are completely equal things. So, and the idea that, Hitler, before he killed himself, could just ask God for forgiveness, kill himself, he can go to heaven. That's what it says in Bible, not specifically Hitler, that you can, all sin is equal, you just have to ask for forgiveness and you go in.
And I think that's why, hopefully, when we all die, there will be nothing.
That's why I fuck religion, honestly. It's all bollocks, even though it got... I know, you can't say it's bollocks and all that, but the idea of religion goes against everything we know about every scientific discovery we've had. Fully goes against it.
Yeah.
So it's like, why believe in all these scientific things, then be like, nah, this guy can just create random things and just create the universe, blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, mate. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
Okay.
Wow, that wasn't morbid.
Religious studies, gang away.
Okay. If you could.
Wow. This is the
Sorry.
most depressing podcast episode yet.
Well, hopefully this can
We have
lighten
10
the
more
mood,
minutes
perhaps.
left.
Okay. If you could meet one dead person, who would it be?
That is
And
a
like
good
have
question.
a chat with them,
Bishop
that's...
Odo. That's a reference for the real loyal fans of this channel.
Who's sorry?
I get that reference.
Excuse me, Adam.
Wait, who did you say?
Bishop Odo.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
I don't know. I wouldn't. He probably wouldn't actually be that interesting.
I would personally say, screw it. You know what? Go Hitler. Hitler's always got to be an interesting one. I would want to talk to Hitler to see what he was like, see if he was mad as he seemed.
The always problem with that is like you never know. Like if you decide to have a talk with Hitler, he may be like, oh, 9, I don't want to talk about the Jews. Let's talk about my art. You're like, for fuck's sake, pretty dull then, aren't you, mate?
And also, you'd have to know.
No, because then you could mock him. You could basically be in a conversation where you're like, here's what society looks like now. You failed, man.
Oh, yeah. If you're in a room with Hitler, let's mock him.
Yeah, basically. You're just making fun of Hitler for an hour.
I mean, to be fair, I reckon all of us here, 1v1 in a fight, fisticuffs with Hitler. He was a bit of a small bloke, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did a lot of drugs as well, so it's probably very weak.
Yeah, we could beat him up.
Yeah. Just imagine that.
We'll jump his ass.
All 16-year-olds beating up Hitler. Noel, who would you meet?
That's a rough question. I don't know.
Do you want to come to me first?
Sure.
I think an interesting one would be... See, the one that came to mind is, Hitler. But another one is, I forget his name, but he was the lead person on the Manhattan Project.
Ah,
I just
Okay,
think it'd
what
be
Oppenheimer?
yeah. I think that would just be, it'd be quite interesting, getting the mind of him.
That man was insane. He said something like, "I am death, the destroyer of worlds," after he had witnessed the old explosion of the first nuclear bomb.
Yeah, he had like a god complex or something.
Yeah.
And I think it would just be interesting.
No, you're right. That is a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Sam, do you have somebody?
Yeah, well, my first thought was Albert Einstein, but now I'm sort of thinking, it would be cool to talk to him, but I wouldn't really understand most of the things that he would tell me about, like a lot of the stuff that he came up with and all that. But I don't know. I wasn't really sure.
I think a good one, if you're wanting someone similar to Albert Einstein, would be Stephen Hawking, because
Yeah.
he was an absolute lad. He just made jokes and took the piss the whole time, and he just would. And I think he's someone you could have a pint with.
Madeline McCann. I'd finally find out what happened.
What if she's not dead?
Well,
Yeah,
then
you're taking a bit of a
that she's
gamble
not
there.
dead.
I guess you'd
Oh.
find out then, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Oh, you're right. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I win.
That's a good one. No, I like that. Because
Thank you.
it's a win-win, basically, because you either figure
Yeah.
out she's not dead, obviously leaving some questions there still, or you get to figure out what happened and then share it with the world.
And I'll be a
Wow.
hero.
Do you
Yeah.
think she's dead? Like, do you not think she, that Kate and I forgot the bloke's name, fucking just.
I didn't actually watch the whole Netflix documentary. In the end, I watched the first two.
No, I agree that they probably did accidentally kill her by giving her too many drugs.
Oh
And
dear.
to cover it up, they used their influence as doctors to get away with it.
I wouldn't say. I don't think they killed her, but there's definitely something that happened. Because they're too suspicious. Their body language is very odd for someone who's lost their baby girl.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like,
And that's the thing. That's why I take the opinion that maybe she is dead. But then again, Noel's 100% correct in what he says in saying that it would be a good choice. I like it.
I think we decent choices we had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Well, wow, this is very cheerful.
Yeah, you know what?
Very optimistic atmosphere right here. Wait.
Yeah, I was a bit worried at first that it would just get very dark very quickly and it just wouldn't be that great,
Well, to be fair, we did start talking about Alfie being a paedophile straight away.
Yeah.
So.
To be fair, I think this has been the most interesting one to me, but that's only because of the religious aspect. Because religion, as much as I do think it is bollocks, it is very fascinating.
Yeah, and you want to do religious studies because you won't get a job in the future.
Oh, shut the fuck up, mate. I'm only doing it because it actually is interesting as shit. And plus, it is good for becoming a head teacher. But I don't know whether to become a director, like a film director or a head teacher.
Ooh.
Film director is very I have to be lucky and good.
I know the guy who was the art director and production designer for the High School Musical movies, and he's done a bunch of other Disney Channel original stuff.
Do you know him personally?
Yeah, I do know him personally.
Oh wow!
There's my celebrity flex.
Wow.
So we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Is there any final?
Well, let's just have a little chit chat. I think.
Sure.
Anything new in anybody's lives?
Well, you guys should check out my amazing podcast. It's Radio Space Time, the Universe, and Politics. It's on iTunes. It's on the Spotify. It's on all of them.
We will put a link in the description.
Yes. Give me feedback.
No. Or just keep spamming him, telling him he's an autistic swat. I think that's quite funny.
Nobody's ever told that to me besides my own brother. So
Let's get that trend going. Let's get it trending on Twitter.
Yeah, that's hashtag Adam is an autistic.
trending actually yesterday. Yeah, autism was trending yesterday.
Woohoo! What were they doing? What were they? What was
Oh,
it?
you know
something
Dominic.
on your thing.
Who? All right.
What?
Wait, what did I put on my thing?
I was trying to think. It was you put something about criticizing somebody who said something about autism, and
Oh, right.
you put in those ways. It's like word full stop, word full stop.
Yeah, nothing wrong. No, basically what it was. Okay, so Dominic Cummings, if you guys know about that, people have been trying to say, without evidence, may I add, that his child is autistic and therefore it was okay he made his trip to Durham. And basically there's no evidence for it, and I was just getting very annoyed at people who were kept on saying it and pretending as if they cared about it as an issue just because Dominic Cummings is in trouble.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah, let's screw him.
Autism gang, where you at?
Anyway, everybody.
Spin your fidget spinner so you know where you are. I'm sorry.
Is that
sorry,
everything?
let's end this.
Is that everything?
I fucked up my ankle. I think that there you go, that's everything.
I've taken 3 shots this morning already.
Jeez.
How
the hell?
Wait, how many have you taken?
3.
I mean, I've taken 2.
But
3 though, that's
I don't know what's happening to me.
What have you eaten?
I don't know, just generic granola bar, ham sandwich, cereal.
Oh, that's what
Stop
it is.
with the granola bars.
It's the granola bars.
It's the fiber. It's the fiber in the granola bar.
But I can't stop.
All right, everybody. It's less than a minute left. Say your goodbyes.
Oh, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
I hope we didn't ruin your day.
Subscribe. Like.
Try not to die.
Yeah. Hit the notification bell.
If you do die, tweet us.
We'd love to hear your story.
Put us in your will.
We'll mock you in the next episode.
Okay, yes. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.